In this question, if we have D divisions that have each pledged a contribution of C dollars, then the question here is telling us that DC equals $240,000. We have a single equation with two variables, so we might get sufficiency in the form of another equation. Let's move on to the data statements, separately first. Statement 1 tells us the value of C. It's 30,000. Therefore, we can solve for D by substitution. Statement 1 is sufficient. Statement 2 tells us a somewhat more complicated equation. Namely, we can write it as follows. This is a distinct equation, but it's not linear because C and D are multiplied together. So the n variables n equations rule doesn't automatically apply here. It applies only to linear equations. To double check that we can solve it, we can write out the following. Here we've multiplied out the left side using FOIL. We know the value of DC, the leftmost term. It's 240,000, so we can substitute that in and then subtract it from both sides. Also, we can use DC equals 240,000 again by solving for C. It's 240,000 over D, and substitute that in. Once we've done that, we can divide by 10,000 to get this expression. Finally, we can multiply throughout by D, and now we have a familiar-looking expression, a quadratic expression. We can factor this, and since D must be positive, D equals 8. We also can note that we have not stumbled across a contradiction with statement 1. We have a unique value for D, so statement 2 is sufficient. The correct answer is D.